Hello everyone, my name is Chris and today we are starting the Journeyman. This year we've started with every league in the game switched on to start the game. We've got 221,000 players available in our database. All of the women's leagues are loaded, all of the men's leagues are loaded, and we've been applying for jobs relentlessly, as you can see by the in-game date, for quite some time. The only rules I had when selecting a club for the Journeyman were that we were going to only pick a club if we could get them to fund the first coaching course for us, and also if we didn't have to give any promises during the interview. So I've applied for probably hundreds of jobs, I kid you not, in the time it's taken to get to being offered the one that I've accepted. So it's been quite an event. We've had a few interesting offers here and there, mainly lower league sort of Scandinavian countries. And then we got the offer for a job with Busan in the K-League 2, which I can show you here. Let's have a look at some club information. So let's about club it. So club profile, we are Busan I'Park FC, founded in 1983, K-League 2, professional club. We wear red and white kits, a 12,500-ish capacity stadium in the Gudeok Stadium. Good condition, year built 1928, so it's knocking on a bit, nearly antique. What else have we got that we can find out about the club here? We currently are in the K-League 2, which is the second tier of South Korean football. Our media prediction for this season is 4th place. I played one game at the end of the first season when I took over. They'd sacked the manager. I came in, I actually lost that game, so not a great start, but we got our feet under the door, got to see some of the squad. You're coming back. Well, I say you're coming back. We are now joining the game. I've played the first few league games and a cup game. I just wanted to get all the transfer business out of the way so we can discuss that and then see some matches. My plan is really to just be mainly showing you matches as we go throughout the Journeyman, so you can build a rapport with the players, get to know how we're building the squad, how things are going, without too much of the other bits and bobs, unless people want that. If so, let me know. So yeah, certainly the history of Busan I'Park FC. I don't know why it says we're playing in the Asian Champions League Elite. I don't believe that can't be correct, surely. We finished 10th in the League 2 last season. We are enduring a 22-year barren spell, having not won a competition since 2024. That's 2004, sorry. So, yeah, they've had some success previously, but certainly not recently. Runner-up in the second tier in 2023, so 3 years prior to us joining here. Legends and icons, quite a few on the list. Maybe we can add some to that list before we leave the club. But that's pretty much all we need to know really about this team. Okay, so in terms of what we are expected to achieve this season, the board are actually only asking for a mid-table finish in K-League 2. Obviously, we're predicted to finish 4th, and the board are asking for a mid-table finish, so it should be fairly low pressure, hopefully, for this first season. I've managed to assemble a relatively good squad. I'm quite happy with it. I've spent quite a few hours selling players, scouting players, trialling players. We've managed. It's a difficult one because it's one of the leagues where you're only allowed 5 foreign players in your squad, so you've got to try and balance that, getting domestic players and also trying to get some quality foreign players in too. So we'll go over the squads shortly, but in terms of what we're actually expected to do this season, mid-table finish, competitive in the cup, and the season afterwards, if we are still here, work towards gaining promotion to K-League 1. So let's have a quick look at how we are getting on so far this season. Friendly wise, we won 4 out of 5, and then we lost the first league game, and I was thinking, oh, here we go. Lost the first game last season, then lost the first league game this season. We were actually winning 2-1 in that game as well, and then sort of surrendered that and lost it. But then we've since gone on a fairly decent run, actually. We won against Ansan, who are currently top of the league, 3-1. We then beat Bucheon 2-1 away from home. We got a 2-2 draw, which I believe was a really late surrender. Yeah, we threw away a 2-goal lead late on there. Pedrinho and Iredale scored 77, 85th minute, so that was frustrating. We then had a really odd game where we actually dominated, but ended up losing 2-0, which was very frustrating, but sometimes these things happen. But since then, we've managed to string 3 wins on the bounce together, so a nice comfortable 3-0 win over Chungnam Asan. Then Yungnam, we beat 5-1. Shame we let a goal in to lose the clean sheet, but yeah, 5-1, I'll take that all day. And then just recently, we managed another clean sheet and a win against Hwaseong, with a new signing, Lucas Lareja, scoring actually from DM, which was a lovely goal. And today we are going to be playing the Gyeongnam game and the Gimpo game. I mean, Gimpo is a bit of an unfortunate name for a club, isn't it? But we are going to be playing them today. So let's have a quick look at how the table is currently sitting. So we are 7 league games in, 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats, 5 goal difference, 13 points on the board. We're in decent position here. Considering we're expected to finish 4th, we're pretty much in line with expectations based on the odds. In terms of the board expectations, we're only expected to sort of get middle of the table, so probably 6th to 8th kind of position. So we're doing slightly better than what the board want us to be doing. And yeah, kind of in line with where the bookies would have us positioned. So other than the sort of the really weird loss we had 2-0 to Cheongju, I think we've been pretty good, to be honest. Let's have a quick look at the transfer history. I'll show you. I mean, we did a lot of business, to be honest. I don't think any of it will be, none of it's from last season. So it's all this season. 14 players out. It's kind of odd, really. There wasn't a lot of quality in this squad. There's a couple of half-decent players. The problem is you need a lot of Koreans in the team for the registration rules, so you've got to be careful of who we get rid of and who we keep, really. We need to keep a decent core. Hopefully, if we can get promoted fairly soon to the K-League 1, we'll have a better choice of domestic talent. It also doesn't really help that on FM26 the homegrown filter button in the player search isn't working, so that's not ideal. So yeah, quick look of who we got rid of. We got rid of Xavier, fairly meh CDM, to Gyeongnam for 135k, so that was a nice bit of money. I must say, actually, we had the budget. We had a decent budget this season, but I moved most of it into wages, so I've kind of doubled our wage bill. I think it was about 30k a week, up to about 60 now. So yeah, that was a choice I made, rather than spending money on players when we're in the 2nd division and you can't really sign. We can probably sign some decent players if we scout far and wide, but in terms of quality Korean players, there's not really any available. And the ones that are available just weren't interested in coming to us. So maybe next season, or maybe in January, if we're top of the league or something, we'll have an option to have a look at signing permanently some players that are, I don't know, of a quality that would make it worthwhile investment, shall we say. So yeah, obviously we made a profit this window. We sold Kim Chan, who I was actually going to keep as our sort of 2nd, 3rd choice striker. We're playing a lone target forward with this formation. He's our rotation option, but 100k for a player that was going to be 3rd choice is just, yeah, we'll just sell him at this point. So I wouldn't have hesitated at all if he wasn't Korean, so eligible for the homegrown quota. So Kim Chang is our latest, one of the last sales we made before deadline day. We've got Park Chang-woo, a fullback for both sides, went for 60k, very average player. Son Hui, again, he's got a lot of potential apparently, but yeah, I'm not seeing it with the attributes he's got, and the game he played, he had an awful rating, so I sold him for 40k. I think most of these transfers have future sell-on clauses as well, especially the younger ones. I tried to get 40 or 50% future sale, so even some of these ones where the fee doesn't look particularly high, there might be further money coming in from it down the line, so just bear that in mind. Most of the rest of these are really low value, so I'm not sure we should really spend much time going over them, but I'll show you the player cards for each of them. A lot of them were sat in the reserves, never going to see the light of day. So we've got wages off the wage bill. We've got a bit of cash. I think, yeah, Park Hang is out on loan. He looks quite decent for a 17-year-old. Quite excited for him. There's a few youngsters that look decent, actually. 4'11", wow. Kim Yun Rae, Son Suk Kyung. So yeah, nothing particularly mega going out, if we're honest. I brought in Sakande on a free transfer, and he's gone out on loan. So yeah, I'm trying to get the youth farm going. Same with Thomas. Yeah, neither are incredible, but get them in on the freeze, low wages, get them sent out on loan. Either sell them or they get good enough for the first team. So yeah, we'll see how they get on. Transfers in. This is the bit that you're probably most interested in and the most important part. So we've brought in Park Sung-soo, a left winger from Newcastle. If anyone doesn't know, I support Newcastle. Ended up in Korea, was the perfect opportunity to bring in our new Korean youth player that we've just got in real life. He looks quite cool, actually. Very, very talented on the ball, good change of direction, quite skillful. So yeah, it's quite fun to bring him in. He's done alright so far, actually, in the league games. Couple of goals, some assists. So yeah, quite impressed. We've got him on I think we're paying very little minimum wages, about, I don't know, like 20% or something for the rest of the season. So he's our starting left winger, Park Sung-soo. We have brought in Kim Yoon-gyeon, central midfielder. I think he's currently in the reserves, just as a little backup option. Some of these aren't going to look great, by the way. The first of our foreign contingent is Jamal Lewis, former Newcastle defender, of course, currently on a free. Has been riddled with injuries for the last, I don't know, basically his whole time at Newcastle. So let's hope it doesn't happen to us with him here. But his current ability, based on our coach report, is K-League 1, decent level. So yeah, he's a solid option for us, basically all the way down the left-hand side of the pitch, left back and left wing, depending on who's available for certain games. So he's the first of the foreign contingent and has started the season in really good form, actually. Next, we've got Kim Jung-min, kind of just very averaging central midfielder. I think probably one of the more expensive ones we actually paid money for. Just wanted to have a nice amount of available Koreans for the squad. So most of these I probably wouldn't have signed if there wasn't such strict registration rules, but he's a squad filler. He probably won't see a lot of matches, but we'll see how it goes. Yeo Reum is a veteran CDM. Actually, he's done great for us so far. He's probably the third choice CDM option for us. He'll get plenty of minutes, seeing out games, just dictating the tempo in that CDM role. Kim Dae-woo we've got on loan from Gangwon rather. Again, gives us some cover in the 10 position and in central midfield. Cropped up with a couple of goals already, so quite happy with that. Another loan we've got in is Chai Byung-wook, who is our right winger. He's probably going to be our starting right winger. We have got a club-owned player who can play there, but I think this guy certainly so far has looked the better option on the right wing, so he will probably start the season there. Decent little loan option. We've brought in a couple of Cameroonians, again, for the sort of player development farm. Our scouts came across Abdul Bar, who is a right winger, 19-year-old Senegalese, very short at 5'4", which isn't ideal. So perhaps we turn him into winger long term, but certainly for the time being, he's going to be in and around the squad. Potentially a K-League 1 standard player, currently good for League 2, so I think an investment of 30k in him is fairly safe, to be honest. Worst case scenario, we can flip him for a bit of profit down the line. Determination's not great. Again, the height in the heading is an issue for a right back, but yeah, for this level, he is, yeah, pretty solid. So I think that's decent money. And also from Dakar Sacré-Cœur, we've got Modi Sai, who is another Senegalese option, 19 years old. We paid 70k for him because he's quite extreme attributes there. He's big, tall, fast, good fitness, good finishing, dribbling, first touch, technique. Everything else is pretty much atrocious. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. He's actually the one I've ended up sacrificing in the foreign registration rules. So he's going to be in the reserves until the mid-season registration window opens. So we'll see how he gets on in the reserves. We may loan him out. We may promote him to the first team, depending on how other players are doing. So yeah, we'll monitor him for now. But 70k spent on him, actually quite a big chunk of money. He's on a grand a week as well. So we'll see how it goes. You have that difficult thing where you don't know whether, as you go through all these signings, who's going to end up being in the final squad, but you can't just wait forever to sign players, so you have to start making decisions. Modi Sai was one of the earlier ones that we got in, but has ended up missing the cut with the foreign quota as it is. We've only allowed 5. It's him and there's another player who's missed out on, which is a big error on my behalf, but we'll get there. The next one is Anthony Alonso, free agent. I believe he's Uruguayan, striker /10. Very good stats for this level. I mean, it says he's leading for K1. I don't actually believe that, but I think he's certainly very good for this level. We're going to be playing him mainly as a shadow striker, just behind our main target forward, who is a South Korean. So I've put Alonso in the 10, so we'll see how he gets on there. Doing alright so far. Solid stats all over. Very few weaknesses. Passing is a real shame, but we're going to use him as more of a goal outlet, so we'll see how it goes. Next, Jamie McCourt came in for 11k from Hearts. This was one where, for some reason, I don't know if anyone else has had this issue on FM26, but the toggle to where it says delegate signing, confirmation of signings to people. Sometimes I keep seeing that seems to keep going to being delegated. I don't know if I'm pressing a button on the keyboard or maybe double clicking mouse or something, but that keeps seeming to end up on delegated to a staff member. So I've ended up confirming this transfer, even though I've then replaced him already. So it's definitely a mistake, but I'm trying to blame the game. So he's a solid defender, but he's not registered in the squad. He's one of the foreign guys that's missed out. So I'm sure we're going to have some unhappiness issues to deal with McCart. He's solid enough. He's leading for our league, but he's on 6k a week, which is painful, to be honest, especially considering he's going to be in the reserves, certainly for at least half the season now. So, yeah, that is annoying. Solid enough stats, good enough player, but yeah, an issue with either me or the game itself just turning on that delegation, and our assistant manager just confirmed it, so that was very annoying. Probably the best signing we've made is Lucas Lerager, DM / midfielder, 10 caps for Denmark. Just look at him, absolutely beautiful. So we're going to be playing him at DM as a box to box, getting up and down the pitch, impacting games. As you can see, he's got the stamina, natural fitness, work rate, teamwork, off the ball, determination, everything, absolutely everything you want, really. I think he's just going to absolutely boss it. He scored an absolute worldie in the last league game we played. So 6k a week for him, absolute no-brainer. I'm really happy with that one. 32 years old. Hopefully he's got a couple of seasons in him at this level. I think I think unlike the previous guy, I think he actually probably would be rated quite highly in the league above. So that is a really good signing. There's a couple of, again, development-y little players here, just ones that have got high potential based on our scouts. Free transfers, we'll get them on loan and get them boosted up. Little South Korean like emergency backup striker there as well. And then the final, foreign player we've put into the registration is John Egan, veteran centre-back, currently our joint best centre-back. Just solid. I think not particularly quick, but just going to do a great job for us, probably for a year or so, maybe a couple of years. Very solid. So hopefully he'll do a good job for us. And then a couple of deadline day not desperates, but a couple of like, you know, squad fillery Koreans just to boost our numbers. Kim Gun Il, maybe. Centre back, 23 years old, emergency, low wages. We'll sell him if he's surplus requirements. And then Kim Ho Jun, who is a third choice backup keeper just to fill some space, basically. So yeah, that's where we're at with the squad. In terms of how we are doing with performances so far, we have Choi Ji-yoon, who is our sort of utility attacking player, who's got 4 goals and assists to his name. Not great actually, but he seems to slot into a few different spots. We've had him on the left and on the right. He's starting right wing for us currently because the guy we put on loan, Byung-wook, is a little bit fatigued from the last game. He'd just come back from internationals, so I think these guys are on the under-23 squad, so they're a bit knackered, so they are not going to be starting this league game. But yeah, we've also got Kim Dae-woo, has got 3 goals from the bench as a sub, so he's the on loan number 10. So yeah, he's done nice impact from the bench so far. We've got a 29-year-old advanced playmaker who I'm actually dropped back into DM alongside Lareja, Lim Min Hyuk. He's our sort of creative deep outlet. So we've got him playing in the DM spot, even though he's not technically a DM yet, but he is learning the position. So hopefully he'll get there. Decent ability, and he's chipped in with some goal contributions already, so that's good. Park Sung-soo, again, 5 goal contributions in 7 appearances so far. Very happy with him. Lareja's got 2 goals in 2 games from DM, so I mean that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? Alonso, 3 goal contributions in 3. As you can see, some pretty decent performance from the guys so far, to be honest. What I'm liking the most is just seeing these av ratings all green. I have found on FM26 so far, sometimes you can just get stuck in a cycle where your players just are not generating decent av ratings, just grinding out minging scores constantly. So that's quite nice actually. In terms of our tactics, we're playing a vertical tiki-taka, sweatfest formations with the 4-2-3-1. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, to be honest. I've gone with a basically out of the box tiki-taka, made a couple of tweaks to it, and we're just rolling with it really. We've got a few others set up if we want to change. We've got a 5 at the back option, and I think there's one with 2 strikers also. But this is what we've been rolling with so far. Essentially, yeah, we just drop a little bit deeper and clog up that area when we're defending. But other than that, it's just standard tiki-taka. Underlapping and overlapping runs turned on, giving us lots of movement off the ball and options going forward. Okay, we are back for the game against Gyeongnam. So we are fully lined up. We are weaker on the wings because we are missing Park Sung-soo and Choi Byung-wook, who are our main starting wingers. They are knackered from under 23s, so not starting this game. Egan is in for his debut, so he's not really match fit in any way, so that might be interesting. We've got Uk Hyun on the bench who can play centre back, and yeah, some half decent options on the bench anyway. So let's get. Keep it going, lads. Keep it going. I'll get some sound on, actually. Maybe I won't get the sound on. We'll just talk through it. Let me get the game going. Turn it down on speed because I've been watching it on 2x off stream. Let's keep it on extended. Yep. What I'll also do, because I just forgot, is to do instructions, and let's get going. Okay, so standard setup. We are dominating possession generally in games, so hopefully that will continue here. And like I said before, we're on a decent run of results. 3 wins back to back to back. That isn't ideal. Yeah, I mean, you could predict that. First game on camera, all goes to shit. That might be Egan being unmatched fit, not keeping the line we've asked him to keep. That's him there. Yeah, probably the issue is his lack of match sharpness. So that might well be my fault, but we'll keep an eye on that throughout this game. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. 8 minutes in. Possession bars creeping our way, but we haven't created a shot yet. There's our first shot of the game. Possession sitting around the low 60s currently. We've got some talent in this squad. I'm hoping we will see it in this game. One slightly unfit centre-back shouldn't ruin our performance. The lack of wingers, starting wingers, might be an issue though. Jamal Lewis has been excellent, playing all down this left side so far, to be honest. Chance. Oh, here we go. Didn't know if that was going to be offside, but no, we're good. A looping header. Being checked. Goal awarded. We are in business. Okay, let's watch the replay. Big cross in from Jamal. Our utility attacker, Ji-yoon. And it was Alonso on the line that put it in. I was worried he was offside. So yeah, quite happy with that. So we are back level after 21 minutes. Apologies if this first video is a little bit longer. I wanted to get all that sort of background information about the save-in. Huge database, standard sort of... we haven't looked at my manager profile, but I am basically the worst possible starting position. No stats whatsoever, no badges, no past experience, etc. Like I said, that was the main reason one of my very few criteria for the job we were going to take was going to be someone that would pay for that first coaching badge. So I've actually, at this point in game, completed my first coaching badge, and they've actually approved the second one. So we're already on to the second coaching badge, which is really cool. So they seem like a club that's more than happy to invest in us and get us going on the coaching journey. So that's cool. Normally it's a bit of a fight on journeyman saves sometimes, where you just end up at a rubbish club and you just cannot get them to approve it because they're worried about losing you, or they don't see it as worth the investment or whatever, which is such an odd thing. But yeah, really good to get two. Well, we're already underway with the second one, so that's cool. So we've settled down a bit in the game here, sort of bossing possession around the edge of the box. I think it's going to be that over the top ball we need to keep an eye on. I can always drop us back to standard or a mid block sort of positioning if it helps. Nice play around nice little triangles out on the right wing there. Third of the way through the game. I think we can be fairly happy. We had that one slip up early on, but we're looking alright now. Not sure why Jamal is in the lone forward position, but he's done everyone. Oh, corner it is. I think they've still only had the one chance, so it's been a pretty decent performance so far. Our XG number's gone right up, although I imagine that our goal was quite high for XG because it was practically on the line. Oh no, been suckered again. 2 shots, 2 goals, we're getting FM'd. Kim Woo-seok. Big looping header off a corner. Not sure why he was totally unmarked. It's Egan again that's in the vicinity, so he's having a stinker so far. He's on a 6.7 somehow. It might not have been his man there off the corner, in fairness. But we've made a rod throw him back here. And really, the way we've been playing, I was thinking, I might have to drop the line here a bit. We look comfortable, apart from those really long balls they're putting over the top. Xavier, which I think we might have sold this guy to. So, no doubt, probably bang a 40-yarder in. I have to give him a bit of a pep talk that we want to see something better in the second half here. Ray just go on in. Yes, lad. He's quite young, I think 20, 21. Quite promising target forward / deep line forward. Playing as our lone striker. Lareja again, such a signing. I think that's the best signing we made. Lovely little finish, bottom corner. I'm not sure entirely what the keeper's positioning is all about there, but we'll take it. I think it's difficult, isn't it, when you're in this situation? I mean, you look at these stats. Bossed possession, absolutely annihilated them on XG, and they've only had 3 shots on target and have scored 2. So I mean, it's tricky. Defence has been a bit wibbly. Keeper's not really done anything, but it's hard to be absolutely annoyed with them. Let's do this. Don't lose faith. The scoreboard will eventually reflect it. Got any recommendations? No. So we'll keep it the same second half. Who is it telling us to replace? What's happened? Replace with Park Home In. Who exactly are we replacing? Cheers for the great advice. So currently we're getting counted, but Lareja has cut it out and got us moving up the pitch. Back to Ouija, who's pretty decent to be honest. He's our advanced playmaker playing in DM. Very direct there. Another shot on target there. Chopil Su, safe hands. Right. We have got the normal starting wingers on the bench, but they are on yellow conditions. So, I mean, they can probably come on after about 65 and have an impact, but I'd rather not put them on before that, to be honest. That's nice. Very nice. Yes, bottom corner. Back on. Bake gay on. I'm probably butchering the living daylights out of practically all of these names, so apologies to any Koreans that may miraculously end up watching this video somehow. Highly unlikely, but you never know. Yeah, going forward, obviously this video might be a little bit longer because we've gone over all the club history and transfers and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't really want to spread it out over loads of videos. I did film everything as it was happening, like applying for jobs and all that kind of stuff, but I just thought editing all these little clips of sort of not much tangible stuff into a video would be a bit bitty, so I thought just get us to this point where the transfers are all done, we're into the games, we'll watch a couple now, see how we're getting on, and then I'll just periodically drop back in, and we'll watch 2 or 3 games in an episode rather than talking about stuff. We'll see how the squad are getting on. You can get to know the players a bit more that way. Oof. We've got some fatigued players here. Who are we looking at? We're looking at Lareja, which is a shame. GU, not our right winger. So we're going to have to take GU now. Striker, Backhound and Alonso in the 10. So let's bring on Kim Dae-woo in the 10 because he's actually done really good for us. And when he's come on, I've been putting him on as a channel midfielder. So he's making those kind of in-between centre-back and full-back runs on the overlap, which has been really handy, actually. I'm going to put Bar, the Cameroonian right-back, on at right wing here. He's decent. He can do a job there for sure. The only striker option we've got on the bench is our new emergency guy. And Gayon is on a... Let's leave him on for a little bit longer. He's on a hat-trick. He's having a great game. He's knackered, but we'll let him roll for a little bit. Same with Lareja. He's too important, really, when the game's this tight. Let's just do those subs for now. Hopefully we can solidify our position here with another goal. But if we take Lareja off, I think I will drop the defensive line to mid-block. Hopefully we can do something here. Come on, keeper, man. Not good. Oh, what was the positioning? What the hell was that? I'm glad he saved that because he took a horribly large step to the right and then left a huge gap. We've got some more dead players here. So we've got Choi Yi-hoon, who's our normal backup left back, and Jamal Lewis are both toasted on the left. Oh gosh, I don't know why we're quite so tired in this game. It might be a bit of a tense ending of this. I'm going to bring on the most defensive of our DMs. Set him to DM here. Yeah, maybe we don't have them pressing. I think Lerager just stays on because he's just too good. We've got 2 subs left. Let's bring on Jin at left back. Just want to keep this tight if we can. Although Janho Ik at right back's having a bit of a stinker. We have got the veteran Ryum, who we can bring on for Lerager. Let's maybe give him another 5 minutes and then take him off. There doesn't seem to be a limit on how many stoppages you can do in Korea, which is quite nice. Gives you a bit more flexibility than other leagues where you can only have 3. So you can kind of... Oh, I'm not sure why our players just fell over. Play it by ear a bit more with the subs. So we'll just see how we get on for the next 5-10 minutes. We've got that 1 sub left. We are in the lead currently, which is not bad considering we were 2-1 down at one point. We'll definitely take it if we can keep hold of it. Tactically, I tend to stay with how I'm set up unless I feel like either momentum has shifted their way, in which case we'll make some changes. But certainly while we're still getting highlights that are mainly us dominating and pushing forward. Deflected shot, another corner. 10-15 minutes to go. Again, they've still only had 4 shots on target in the whole game. Right. Let's bring on Homan up top. What can he play as? Centre forward. Let's keep him as a deep line forward, just keeping the possession. Cool. Oh, highlight for them straight away. That's what we don't want to see. Come on, boys. Not that. Poor clearance. Got to be dealing with that. Yeah, nice. Kim Daewoo playing the channels. Min on for his debut. Running us down the left. Our backup striker gets the free kick. Take the sting out of the game. Oh, they've got a corner. Nicely cleared. Xavier. Big switch. It's going to stay in though. Dangerous. Don't like this. Get it cleared. That'll do. Stands. Bit tense here, considering we've had 4 times the XG they have. It's annoying that's only a goal in it. Don't know how much added time there is. Well cleared by WJ. Oh my god. Headed over our own bar. Bit scrappy. Oh, got a highlight. What's going on here? Offside. Be more disciplined. I'm not sure what that's for. Final whistle, lads. We are over the line. So a decent win against Gyeongnam. Not sure where that'll put us in the table. But some decent performances there. Backgarden did well. Lerager, just quality. Absolutely quality. Excellent win there. I think the performance was decent. I think, yeah, certainly XG wise we outperformed them quite handsomely. Okay, so that keeps us third. The teams above us must have won, so Anyang did win 4-1 against Ansan. Seoul Eland. Can't see him, must have played previously. But we're all on 8 games. We're currently on 16 alongside Bucheon. So yeah, we've got a bit of a gap to make up there, haven't we? Okay, we're back for the game against the incredibly named Gimpo, who are doing okay in the league. We are without our backup CAM, Duru, who has been chipping in goals off the bench. But other than that, we've got a clean bill of health, so we are looking good. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, this is how we're lining up. Same team as usual, but Park Sung-soo and Bae Wook are on the wings. So we are back to having our full wing strength, which is nice. There's a couple of, as you can see, Gimpo in 7th position on 12 points. So 4 points behind us. Should be a challenging game. Let's give it a go. We're on the right speed. Forgot to do opposition instructions again. Let's do it. Hopefully another dominant performance at home. Get Egan up another game under his belt. I think having the wingers in this game will make a big difference, to be honest. Especially on the left. Park Sung-soo's been doing really good. The Newcastle loanee. Egan as the ball playing centre back, bringing it out of play. Sung-soo. Oh, just wide. But yeah, we've got some really nice balance on that left hand side with Jamal Lewis and Sung-soo working in tandem, causing havoc really. I'm not entirely sure who that was to, but we're in, and Backgate On has got another goal. We'll take it. Sadly, it looks like one of the bigger Japanese teams is interested in him, so I can envisage some issues before the end of the season there. He's 2021, so quite young. He's already rated leading for this league, I think, and has potential for the K-League 1, the league above us. So, yeah, it's going to be hard to keep him, I think. Sung-soo's in again. Brought down, but nothing given. We've got Kim Ji-hyun bringing it out for Gimpo. I recognise the Requainer, the guy they've got playing DM. We had him on trial. He was pretty solid, to be honest. I do like it when you've got the squad registration rules to contend with. It makes it a more interesting journey trying to... That is beautiful. Click back, son. Rager. Good save. Corner for us. But yeah, certainly trying to work within those rules makes it more of a challenge than just... I mean, we could easily have filled a whole team full of top-level foreign players, to be honest. But, I mean, you could argue it means the overall quality of the league's a bit lower, but it does help you build your nation, so to speak. Develop those youngsters, give them match time. So I do like that. Good start for us here, 16 minutes in, 1-0 up, creating chances. No highlights for Gimpo FC so far. That's sloppy though. This might be a chance for them. No, well recovered. Ouija. Or Ouija board. Hoik. Wook. Young Wook. Being patient. Still being patient. Going back. Big switch coming up maybe. That's Park Sung-soo. There we go. Who loses it? They're on the counter. But Lewis is over there straight away to intercept, and Sung-soo is back on the ball. Rager, Sung-soo does his man again, causing havoc down this side of the pitch. Cuts it back. Oh, lovely goal. Assist for Lareja is generous given how much work Sung-soo's done there. He's looking absolutely filthy in this league, to be honest. Lovely little drop of the shoulder. Keeps it low. Keeper is actually beyond the goal frame, I think, at that point. So hold your head in shame, son. It's funny, because obviously being a Newcastle fan, we signed Park Soo-sung, and he played some of pre-season for us, and he did look lively, to be honest. It's just kind of cool to see that in game as well. I know pretty much every wide player in this game looks lively, even if they've only got one leg. But yeah, it's nice seeing that kind of flair stuff happening, little cutbacks and chops and stuff. Lewis on the overlap. Can we get it in the box? Sung Soo again. That is not quite so nice. Blazes one over the bar. 20 minutes in, 2-0 up. They are looking sorry stats for Gimpo FC currently, as it stands. But they have possession with Kim Dae-kyung. Byung-wook, can he do some stuff down this right hand side? Alonso's been quiet so far. Byung-wook, Ik. Alonso's in. There we go. Nice ball over the top from Ho Ik. And Alonso is in there to put it beyond the keeper. Bit more patient down this right hand side, but that is a lovely ball in behind. Excellent run from our number 10. Going beyond the striker, gets his rewards. 3-0 up, 24 minutes in. This is a very good performance so far. Looking strong. I think we might have tried that left back they've got as well. Brazilian left back. Park Sung-soo again. What can he do this time? Ball in behind. Yellow card, is that just a free kick? It is a free kick. Rage on the free kick. Difficult position. Gone short. Oh my god. Would have been quite nice if they'd managed to work that little cutback out there. So we've managed 3 goals from 1 XG so far. 75% possession. Half an hour in. But I do want us to try and retain possession. We haven't got great... we haven't got lots of great athletes in this team, to be honest. So keeping possession is kind of the route we've gone down. Go on. Oh, that's a lovely goal. Back on. Rager with another assist, but that's a lovely goal. Took it down nicely. Quick turn. Gets his shot off quickly, bottom corner. Look at that. Nice touch. On the swivel. Keeper's not covered himself in glory, but we'll take it. Yoon Bo-sang. He wants to go home already. 34 minutes in. Here's Polana. Coming down the right wing. Crosses one deep to the back post. They've got a chance. Jelmer. Over the bar. That's their first effort on target. First effort at all. 30 odd minutes into the game. Very dominant from us so far. Looks like we've given away a free kick just outside the box. It's Polana. And that's pretty close. They're getting closer to an effort on target. Give them that. Be interesting this year. I've not been in the position we're in much this year on FM, having a pretty substantial lead at half time, but that was always one of the criticisms of previous FM titles is for some reason it's hard to keep your team going when you're dominating like this. Like you want to see us go on second half, get another 3 or 4 goals. Yeah, control and possession is what we want. That's our tactic. That's how we're trying to evolve this team in this league. Dominate the ball, create nice chances, be patient, work it around the box, lots of little intricate passing. We don't want to be reliant on sprinting and physicals. There's just not. We haven't got that in this squad. Whilst Gegenpress would probably be even more dominant, it'd be nice to win with this more controlled approach. We have got the quality. We've got some nice quality players. Been a quiet second half so far, but Alonso with a free kick here out on the wing. Ranger, back post, coming in hot. They've now had a shot on target apparently. Oof. Got a few speculative efforts it seems. Condition-wise, people are doing okay. Intercepted the goal kick, but back to the defence. Over the top, he's onside. Chance. Put it wide. Oof. That's our biggest. Yeah, we get exposed with those long balls occasionally. Don't mind in isolation, but games where it happens regularly, we'll have to change it quite quickly. Hyok playing the DM role. Byung-wook, right wing. Oek with a lovely ball earlier in the game. What can he do this time? Alonso, Lareja. Lareja's in. The keeper had moved out his way and he's still somehow managed to hit him. That was quite a poor finish, to be honest. Big stretch gap between our defence and midfield going on there for some reason. Looks like Lareja might be a bit knackered. And 4-0 up, it'd be silly not to give him 20 minutes off if we can afford to. So we'll have a look at that in a second. Another ball over the top. Pilana. So, what have they changed to suddenly we're getting in behind us like this? I think we drop off a bit. Take the Rager off for Hyun, who's our most offensive DM. So we'll pop him on there. Byung-wook struggled on the right wing as well, but we don't really have huge right wing options. Let's just drop off a little bit. All instructions. Let's just mid-block it. Hopefully that'll be enough to cut out some of these lofty balls causing us grief. So, back in defence with us, we've got Ouija board, and Egan. Oh no. Oh no. What is this? Had so much of this in FM26 so far. Like, I must have something like this every couple of games at the very most. A pass like that, or a goalkeeper loses the ball, or a keeper passes it straight to them. It's just feels a little bit over the top for stuff like that. And own goals as well. Just had loads of own goals. Byung-wook. So, for considering the control we've had of this game, we are now only 2 goals up again. Very similar to the last game where, to be perfectly honest, we battered them and struggled at times. Who else we can give some minutes to? Jamal Lewis is a little bit tired and not having a great game, but like I said in the previous game, the fact that you can have as many breaks to use your subs as you want in Korea is actually quite handy, so we can play it by ear a lot more. Hopefully we can get another goal and get the momentum going back our way, because as we said, it's what I was saying at half time. There we go, Park Sung-soo. Assist from Alonso. That should kill this game off, hopefully. But it's that classic on FM. You just can't ever seem to push on second half and kill it off. And then we just given away slop. So I'm quite happy with that goal. Nicely worked. Tasty little finish. I think he's going to have a great season for us on that left wing. I don't think he's got crazy potential, but let's just check what the assistant's saying to do about this planner guy. Let's get stuck on him. Could have man-marked him on the DMs, to be honest. Just have him follow him around the pitch, because he's the only one getting any chances here. Right down the left, we've got Park Sung-soo. Lost possession this time. Mate boys in behind again. He's getting in behind. Oof. Bet he's not even quick if we look at him. Bar on that right back. We'll leave one sub and let's actually just drop back to standard. I'm looking for that missing thing that always goes missing where it tells you to step up and stuff. Not there, obviously, so we'll just leave it. We're probably with 3 goals up with 5 minutes to go. We should be good anyway. Let's just, for our last sub, bring on Ream. Big chance for them again. I'm not sure how we've let in 3 goals in this game. And actually, they've had a couple more chances on top of that. So, what was a very comfortable game has ended up being anything but somehow. So yeah, not a great second half performance here. From a 4-0 up to 5-3 is a pretty capitulating nonsense, to be honest. So not a great second half for us. Hopefully we'll hold on for another 2 minutes without conceding 2 goals there. This is FM though, so I'll definitely not put money on that. Park Sung-soo. Ball defended, front post. Egan. Cho-hyun. Sung-soo again, beats his man. Man of the match surely in this game, by the way. Not a bad effort from the veteran DM there. We should be fairly comfortable here though. That's interesting. Hopefully one of the teams above us has slipped up now. Kian. Alonso. Park Sung-soo. Oof, thought he was going to get snapped in half there. Kyung's done well for them right back there. Woo Ju-sung bringing it out to ruin our day. He's in behind, and one that's a different player, but they are in behind again. And they've got a deflected goal. How will we be looking at a game that's 5-4 here? My God. Right. How are we panicking in this game? Seriously. Let's get some time wasting going on. Let's just lock it down here, guys. Please. Keep it normal. Work, yeah. Good God. Oh God, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Can we have the final whistle, please, ref? I'm really not sure how we've let in 4 goals in this game. Honestly. And all have come from over the top balls or in behind. Every single one. Well, we'll take the win, but wow, that was a horrible second half performance. Lost second half 4-1 somehow. What's the XG looking like? So yeah, very even XG wise. Very bizarre. 5 shots on target, 4 goals. Don't even know what to say, to be honest. Plana got his hat-trick in the end. Wow. Yeah, don't become complacent. I'm not happy about that. Even though they've just shipped 4 goals. We are a point behind Seoul Eland and 5 points behind Anyang. So yeah, not too bad. That's where we sit, guys. thank you for watching the first episode of The Journeyman with me in Busan. I'll be back with some more games shortly. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you want to hang around and watch the rest. Cheers guys, have a great week and see you soon.